Hello, 10th and 11th graders again. This lesson is for April 2nd, and it covers the topic of problems with subject identification. All right, so slide 1. Do not let a negative phrase, a prepositional phrase, or an appositive phrase that intervenes between your subject and verb confuse you. Remember, no words in these phrases matter when it comes to subject-verb agreement. Only your subject must agree with your verb. Nothing else must agree with your verb. Ice cream, not pies or cakes, is my favorite dessert. Ice cream is your subject. It is singular. Is the singular verb. Okay, yes, you have a negative phrase in between the subject and the verb that has plural nouns in it, pies and cakes. Those don't matter. They're not your subject. They don't need to agree with your verb. Ice cream's your subject, it's singular. Verb is your singular verb. All right, another example. The dates of our family reunion, an important time for us, are July 24th through the 26th. Here we have our subject separated from our verb by a prepositional phrase and then an appositive phrase. Okay? The object of the preposition is reunion, it's singular. The subject of the appositive phrase, or the appositive inside the appositive phrase, is the word time. It is also singular. But again, prepositional phrases don't matter. Appositive phrases don't matter as far as agreement with your verb. Only subjects must agree with their verbs. Dates is the subject. It is plural. Are is the plural verb. Next slide. Occasionally, a predicate noun does not agree in number with its subject. Regardless of this fact, a verb must agree with its subject. A verb does not need to agree with its predicate noun. An example. The team who finished first in almost everything in 2019 was the Cavaliers. Okay? You go, wait a minute, wouldn't it be were the Cavaliers? No, and here's why. Okay? Because Cavaliers is your predicate noun. It does not have to agree with your subject. Often the predicate noun will agree with your subject in number, but it does not have to. The subject in this sentence is team. Team is singular. Was is a singular verb. Team was the Cavaliers. And another example of this, the grades on your transcript are the primary standard for some scholarships. Okay? And you say, are standard? Well, okay, I understand, but again, predicate nouns, like standard, do not have to agree with your verb. Subjects do. Grades is your subject, it's plural. Are is the verb. Grades are standard. Final slide. There and here, the words there and here are never ever subjects. Okay? They're always either adverbs, generally speaking, or sometimes the word there can be what we call a placeholder in our sentence, okay? An expletive. It's an extra word there to make our sentence flow smoothly. But there and here are never subjects. Therefore, if a sentence starts with the word there or here, try to, if you can, mentally reorder your sentence, because in almost all of these sentences that start with there and here, you're going to have your verb before your subject. So flip the order of the sentence around in such a case to try to find your true subject if you have any trouble. Here are examples. There are the books for which I have been looking. There is not your subject. Who or what are? Books are. Books are there. Okay? Books is plural, are is plural. Another one. Here is the answer to your question. Again, here is never a subject. Flip the order. The answer to your question is here. Answer is your subject, it is singular, and is the verb that goes with it. Okay? All right. A couple more examples of subjects that may be in weird spaces, not right before your verb or not at the beginning of your sentence before your verb. Okay? As we know, often in interrogative sentences, we will have a helping verb, then a subject sandwiched, and then our main verb. So your subject will be sandwiched in between your helping verb and your main verb, often in an interrogative sentence. So again, flip the order of your wording and make it a declarative sentence. You will graduate when. All right, now we can clearly see you is your subject, will graduate is your verb. Okay, and finally, sometimes, and this is rather rare, but it is done, and it is done usually purposely when this is done. And what I'm speaking to is the idea that occasionally in a declarative sentence that does not begin with there or here, your subject will be delayed. And sometimes, in this case, delayed to the end or very close to the end of your sentence. If this is the case, it is often because the author is trying to accentuate the subject and make it stand out and therefore sticks it at the end. Okay? So our last sentence example here is, because I said so is the reason. Okay? Let's reorder this. The reason is because I said so. If you reorder it, I believe it's very much more obvious that reason is your subject, is your verb. Because I said so is a dependent clause, okay? And in this particular sentence, a parent or some other authority figure might word it just in this order because they want to accentuate the word reason, okay, and make that what the hearer is most aware of. All right? If you have any questions, as always, do not hesitate to contact me, preferably via LMS. Have a blessed day.